Pi Network, the mobile mining cryptocurrency that lets anyone earn tokens with just a smartphone, has finally reached a major milestone. After launching in 2019 with the promise of making crypto accessible to everyday people, Pi has now opened its mainnet to the public. Users can finally transfer their mined tokens to exchanges, with the project seeing both impressive growth and significant challenges. However, Pi miners have until March 14, 2025 to complete their mainnet migration, or risk losing most of their holdings. With over 60 million users worldwide and growing controversy, Pi Network stands at a critical turning point in its journey. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about Pi Network in 2025 and why it's getting so much attention right now. Pi Network started back in 2019 as a project aimed at solving one of cryptocurrency's biggest roadblocks: accessibility. While Bitcoin requires expensive hardware and technical knowledge to mine, Pi lets users earn crypto with nothing more than a smartphone. The project was created by two Stanford graduates, Dr. Nicholas Kokalis and Dr. Cheng Jiao Fan, who wanted to build a digital currency that everyday people could participate in. Dr. Kokalis brings expertise in distributed systems as the head of technology, while Dr. Fan applies her background in anthropological sciences as head of product. At its core, Pi Network is a blockchain platform that operates differently from traditional cryptocurrencies. Instead of requiring powerful computers to solve complex mathematical problems, Pi uses a consensus algorithm based on the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which is far less resource intensive. What makes Pi unique is how simple it is to use. Participants, called pioneers, just open the Pi app once daily, tap a lightning button, and earn Pi coins as rewards. This approach has helped the project build a massive community, now over 60 million users strong. The team's vision goes beyond just mining though. They are building an ecosystem where Pi can be used for everyday transactions, powering applications, and creating a digital marketplace accessible to anyone with a smartphone. At the heart of Pi Network is the Stellar Consensus Protocol, or SCP, which powers its unique approach to blockchain validation. Instead of relying on computing power, Pi builds a network of trust through human connections. When you start using Pi, the app assigns you one of 4 key roles in the ecosystem. Everyone begins as a pioneer, tapping a lightning button daily to verify they're human and earn rewards. This simple check-in process takes seconds and records your contribution to the network. After 3 consecutive days of mining, you unlock the contributor role. This allows you to create a security circle by adding 3 to 5 trusted contacts from your phone. These connections form what Pi calls a global trust graph, which is essentially a web of verified members who help maintain network integrity. Next is the ambassador role, which focuses on network growth. When you invite new users with your referral code, you receive a 25% mining bonus for each active member you bring in. This referral system explains why Pi has spread so quickly across the globe. For those with technical skills, the node operator role involves running Pi node software on a computer. Nodes validate transactions and strengthen the blockchain, with rewards based on uptime, port accessibility, and CPU contribution. And supernodes, with consistently open ports, earn even higher rewards. Moving on, Pi's mining mechanism automatically adjusts based on network growth. The system began with a 3.14 Pi per hour rate, then implemented halving events at user milestones, including 1,000 users, 10,000 users, 100,000 users, and so on. This has gradually reduced the rate to 0.1 Pi per hour. Since December 2021, Pi has operated on its mainnet blockchain in an enclosed period, requiring KYC verification before users can transfer their Pi to the blockchain. The network's ultimate goal is to transition to a fully open system, where Pi can interact freely with the broader crypto ecosystem. Pi's tokenomics are designed around accessibility and community ownership rather than speculation. The total maximum supply of the Pi token is capped at 100 billion tokens, with a clear 80-20 split. 80% reserved for the community, and 20% allocated to the core team. Breaking down the community allocation of 80 billion Pi, the largest chunk, about 65 billion, goes to mining rewards. About 20 billion were already mined during the pre-mainnet phase, though KYC verification requirements may reduce the actual circulating amount to 10 to 20 billion. The remaining mining rewards will be distributed through a gradually decreasing annual system to ensure long-term sustainability. Beyond mining rewards, 10 billion Pi is earmarked for community initiatives and ecosystem building. This portion, managed by the Pi Foundation, funds development grants, community events, and projects that expand the network. Another 5 billion Pi is set aside for liquidity pools to support smooth transactions within the ecosystem. The core team's 20 billion Pi unlocks gradually, keeping pace with the community mining progress. This approach aligns the team's rewards with the network's growth and prevents any sudden market flooding. Pi's value comes from its practical uses within the ecosystem. Users can spend Pi on goods and services through Pi-enabled marketplaces, or transfer coins directly between users. Likewise, developers can create apps that accept Pi as payment, from e-commerce platforms to various digital services. As the network matures, Pi is expected to support more advanced functions like staking, and potentially integrating with payment gateways for real-world transactions. After years of development, Pi Network finally reached a crucial milestone on February 20, 2025, when it launched its open mainnet. This major step allowed users to transfer their mined Pi to exchanges for the first time, marking Pi's transition from a closed ecosystem to a tradable cryptocurrency. The launch brought immediate attention to the project, with Pi gaining listings on exchanges including OKX, BitGet, and CoinDCX. This sudden market entrance created significant volatility, with Pi experiencing both dramatic gains and substantial drops in its first weeks of trading. Beyond price movements, Pi has seen remarkable community growth, recently reaching 4.2 million followers on X. This puts the project on the verge of matching Dogecoin's social media presence of 4.3 million followers. According to CoinGecko, Pi has become one of the trendiest cryptocurrencies, ranking at the top of their trend list ahead of major players like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The most pressing development for Pi miners is the final migration deadline. The Pi Network team has extended the grace period for mainnet migration multiple times, but now confirms March 14, 2025 as the absolute final cutoff. After this, users who haven't completed migration will lose most of their Pi balance, keeping only what they've mined in the last 6 months. To successfully migrate, users must complete the Know Your Customer or KYC verification process and follow all steps in the mainnet checklist. However, many users report encountering technical issues with migration. Some pioneers claim their balances remain unverified despite completing all required steps, while others report submitting support tokens without receiving responses. That aside, the Pi community is actively pushing for listings on more major exchanges, particularly Binance. Reports suggest that 86% of Binance community members voted in favor of listing Pi Network, though Binance has yet to make any official announcement. This campaign highlights the passionate community backing the project, though their tactics have sometimes proven controversial. Despite its impressive user base, Pi Network faces substantial skepticism from many within the cryptocurrency community. The project's extended development timeline, taking nearly 6 years to launch its open mainnet, has raised questions about the team's ability to deliver on its promises. A central controversy surrounds the nature of Pi's referral system. Critics, including Bybit CEO Ben Zhao, have compared it to a pyramid scheme because it rewards users primarily for bringing in new members. Zhao went as far as calling Pi more dangerous than meme coins because it targets people unfamiliar with cryptocurrency, while lacking transparency about how returns are generated. The KYC process has also sparked debate. Pi requires users to provide government ID and a complete liveness check, which some find invasive. More concerning was the announcement that other users could act as KYC validators, raising serious data privacy questions, despite claims that document details would be automatically redacted. The Pi team's relative public silence compounds these issues. Speaking on this, Bybit CEO argued that you cannot really find the team behind the project. Zhao said that the project claims its founders are from Stanford, but we've hardly, if ever, seen or heard them speak about the project's issues. This lack of communication has fueled uncertainty, especially as users face migration problems without adequate support. Exchange listings have created additional friction. When Bybit announced it wouldn't list Pi, citing concerns over potential disputes with early investors, Pi supporters flooded review platforms with 1-star ratings for both Bybit and Binance, further complicating the project's relationship with established crypto platforms. Pi Network stands at a pivotal moment in its development. The March 14th deadline could serve as a catalyst for either renewed interest or further controversy. As the project transitions from mining to utility, its success will largely depend on building practical applications beyond the initial mining appeal. The coming months will reveal whether Pi can overcome its transparency issues and establish itself as a legitimate player in the cryptocurrency space. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.